Line drive into right field. Could this do it? The throw from Dowd coming home. Brunson slides in. He is safe. And the Horned Frogs win the marathon in Arlington. The undefeated season stays alive. All thanks to the freshman, Sam Myers gets redemption in the 11th inning. Runners on the corners. Stromsburg set for the 1-2. The delivery is poked into left field. That's going to get through on the ground. An RBI single for Braden Montgomery. Grahovic has to hold up at second. But just like that, the game is tied at 1, and the Aggies finally strike. The 0-1 pitch into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. The freshman comes through for the Bison. Brookshaw will score. Law slides into second with an RBI double and a big 2-out hit for the Bison. Drew Sackett, the right fielder, steps in, and with his 12 home runs on the year, he had one on Sunday against Omaha, tied Peter Brookshaw for that team lead in home runs there with 12. He sends one out to left field. This one's got some carry. Back at the wall, and he has passed Peter Brookshaw. Make that 13 home runs on the year. Drew Sackett leaves the yard. The Bison lead now 4-0.
You're listening to Bison Baseball on Bison 1660 and 92.7 FM. Here's Riley Swenson.
Top half of inning number 4. The Bison lead 1-0. Max Loven back out there for his 4th inning of work. Giving up just 1 hit on the afternoon. Got into some trouble last inning, though, when that 1 hit was a double from Jordan Sagadol down the left field line. And after a walk from Reese Anderson, Loven was able to pick off Sagadol at second base and strand Anderson there at first and end the inning. So Luke Ira will get to bat again here. He was the hitter at the plate when that pickoff attempt occurred, so he'll get to start over with a fresh count. Bison infield has him shifted to the pull side. Sackett deep in the hole there at shortstop, and Brookshaw playing right behind second base. First pitch from Loven, called strike. Nice pitch there on the outside half.
And Loven working here in the most innings he has thrown since March 18th.
Ball outside. Pitch count is at 32 now, so still got about 20, 30 pitches to work with.
Not only is there no activity in the Bison pen, there's not a soul down there.
The 1-1 outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. It's very clear where Max Loven's trying to go to attack Luke Irud. He's been working away, both with the fastball and the breaking ball. The 2-1 now gets over the heart of the plate, and this one's driven out to left field. Does it have enough? It does. Solo shot from Luke Ira ties up the ball game at 1 apiece.
Just left that one a little bit too much over the heart of the plate, and Ira, a guy with plenty of strength, second on this team in home runs, but the leader in home runs in terms of active players, because Ryan McDonald, with the injury, is out for the rest of this season. Can't leave one there to him, and now it tells me how big was that pickoff of Jordan Sagadol the end of last inning when Ira comes up with 2 guys on. Now at least you're facing him with the bases empty, only does 1 run of damage. Solo home runs don't typically beat you.
So after the home run, it will be Dawson Perry. He watches the breaking ball for a strike in the outside part. And like I was saying, Loven trying to work away, and that time the fastball just kind of ran a little bit too far inside, pretty much right down the middle there for Ira, and he's not going to miss that one too often. Now the 0-1 pitch fouled off his ankle. Perry did. Makes it 0-2, and that wind now blowing almost a little bit out to left, kind of like you said, maybe even more out to left than it was at the start of the game. I don't know if the wind necessarily helped that one. I think it was getting out either way. 0-2 pitch on the ground. Drew Sackett with a dive just off the tip of his glove into left field. Perry makes the turn at first, and Law able to come in and gather it in left field and make a quick throw in and hold Perry to just a single. But second time through the order now, and the Jackrabbits having a little more success against Max Loven.
Yeah, you've seen already Reese Anderson worked himself a walk, then the home run by Ira, single by Perry. So this has been the issue with Loven earlier in the year, and why he's only gone 2 or 3 innings before this start his last couple of times out, because first time through I think he's been really good. Second time through, that the opponents just seem to figure something out on him.
Now another good power hitter at the plate, Nick Nelson, takes a ball down below the zone. Nelson with 12 homers on the year. Just barely behind Ira for that team leader of active players. He takes a ball now on the outside part of the plate. 2-0 into a hitter's count for Nelson.
This is also the reason, though, Tyler Oaks wanted Loven to go 50 to 60 pitches. He wanted him to go a second time through the order and face these guys for a second time.
2-0. This one struck well out to left field. Plenty of carry. That one's gone too. Home run, Nick Nelson, 2-run shot. And the Jackrabbits doing work with the long ball here in the fourth. They now lead 3-1.
And this is the dangerous part of this SDSU lineup we've mentioned. Second in the Summit League in home runs coming into this weekend. Bison had kept them inside the park in the first two games. Newman Outdoor Field has held them. But this inning, the power showing from their two big power hitters in Luke Ira and Nick Nelson.
And that flagpole out there in left center pretty much blowing straight out that way. And that one, don't want to say just barely got over, but the wind maybe helped that one just a little bit there.
We've seen the wind the first couple of games really hold balls up that have gotten in the air.
Cade Stuff watches a first pitch breaking ball for a strike. Now the 0-1 delivery, strike on the outside corner, 0-2. So a good bounce back there from Loven, having a short memory. Giving up a couple of homers and a well-struck single to the first three guys he's faced in the fourth. Now works an 0-2 count to Cade Stuff. Stuff fouls that one back, so it'll remain at 0-2. And maybe this is also what you want to see from Tyler Oaks to kind of confirm that belief of maybe we use Loven out of the bullpen in the tournament and make him go one time through the order, and that second time through maybe pull him out. 0-2 pitch, line drive out to left field, diving play by Kyle Law. He comes up with it. Nice play by the freshman left fielder out there, and to pick up his pitcher and get a much-needed first out.
Yeah, that's a big play there. You've already had three guys reach. That one was well hit. A lot with a great jump on it, able to make the play. That's a much-needed first out of this inning. And the point you make is a good one. With Loven, I think Tyler Oaks, you've seen him be good the last couple of times. You wanted to see, okay, we fixed something. Can he go more than one time through the order? Or, is he going to be, as a one-time guy, bullpen, maybe a short kind of opener in a Summit League tournament game?
The DH, Adam Bennis, fouls back the first pitch he sees. Sophomore from Longmont, Colorado. Now watches a breaker, and again, Loven's got ahead of the last two hitters, now 0-2 to Bennis. Bennis came in last night's game and hustled out, was ruled an error on the play, but he hustled it down the first baseline, was able to beat it out and extend things in the ninth inning. Now he watches the ball just barely outside.
Other side to it as well is that Loven hasn't pitched here this year. Hasn't pitched at Newman Outdoor Field, and some guys are just better at home than away. That's just how some pitchers work.
1-2 pitch down the right field line. Is Quigley going to have room? No, he will not. Just barely scoots into that Jackrabbit bullpen. Quigley gave a nice chase, though. And had it stayed in play, he would have been right there to make the catch. Remember a few years back when Jose Barrios was still pitching for the Twins, he was just dominant away from home and couldn't get anyone out at Target Field, it seems. So, Andy, like you said, some guys just pitch better, whether it be at home or on the road. And a good note there, Max Loven making his first start at Newman this season. 1-2 pitch, down low and inside. Good take there by Bennis. Evens it up at 2-2.
And even if he is just a one-time through the rotation guy or a 2-3 inning guy, that's still very valuable in the Summit League tournament if you got a guy who goes 5 or 6 innings.
2-2 pitch, well struck in left field, base hit for Bennis. Law picks it up out there, he'll get it in, but everything this inning for the Jackrabbits has been hit right on the screws. And now Drew Beasley comes up to bat with a man on first and one out. Another good point to make about Loven being a lefty. A lot of these Jackrabbit hitters are righties today. Just one lefty in the lineup being Cade Stuff, and that's the guy he got out this second time through the order. So maybe he's a guy you let just go and attack against the left-handed hitters. He throws a first pitch inside for ball number one there to Beasley.
Still nobody down in the Bison bullpen, and the way this game's going to be managed because of the implications to it that really aren't anything, you're going to let Loven work through some stuff. So As that one's left upstairs. Like I said, you might be questioning, well, why is Tyler Oakes letting him go a second time through? Why was that the game plan if he hasn't had success? You want him to work through some things, and with the the way the season is played out, you're going to leave Loven out there and work through it.
2-0 pitch, fouled down the third baseline, makes it 2-1.
And they'll get other guys in there, some guys that haven't pitched in quite a while, and get some more guys on the mound just to get some experience. But Loven couldn't be an X factor for you, and you want him to have as many chances, as many pitches to kind of get comfortable on this mound.
2-1 breaker outside. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Drew Beasley, who is 2 for 2, 2 walks and 3 RBIs on Thursday night. Was 0 for 2, but still had an RBI and a walk in last night's contest. So he's had a pretty solid series here to end the season. The 3-1 pitch right there makes the count full at 3-2.
Other side of it, too, is you got Loven. He's a senior. It's senior day. The guy has many chances to pitch and to come out here in a home ballpark in front of some friends and family to get some outs and at least get out of this inning.
3-2 pitch to Beasley, popped up. It will not be playable, just barely gets over the netting there into the first couple of rows here at Newman Outdoor Field. Pretty good crowd on hand today compared to the past couple of evenings, a little bit more chilly, and pretty good showing here from the Bison faithful on Senior Day. A beautiful afternoon to catch a ball game here. Just a few clouds in the sky off in the distance, and Loven got him looking outside part of the plate. Umpire rings him up, and Beasley looks back. Maybe he thought that was ball 4, started to make a move down to first base, but home plate umpire Kirk Rawls says that's strike 3, and that'll bring in Jess Bellows.
I don't think either of these teams are going to be wishing they get the umpires they've had for the tournament, or for this series, in the tournament, I should say.
Pickoff attempt to first. Bennis back in easily. That's strikeout number 3 on the afternoon for Loven.
Both sides have had some words for different umpires, especially in our first game. Jason Harstick, I think, heard it from both dugouts consistently. Beasley letting his thoughts be known to Kirk Rawls there.
Now the first pitch to Bellows upstairs for ball number 1. Another thing with Loven, he saw the pickoff attempt there. Should there be a team they face in the tournament that really likes to run, having a lefty, obviously a lot easier to hold runners on base. Now the 1-0 pitch called for a strike on the inside part of the plate. So maybe you know there's an inning where a team's going to try and steal. Got some fast guys coming up to the plate. You put in a lefty like Loven, who's a senior, experienced guy, going to do a good job of holding runners on and also still be productive and get some outs. 1-1 pitch, well outside, 2 balls and a strike.
Omaha's now scored down in Greeley. It's 3-1 in the top of the 4th in that play-in game, really, for the Summit League tournament.
2-1 pitch, a little bit too high, 3-1. After getting ahead of the first couple of guys, now Loven falling behind in the count here to Jess Bellows. 1 for 4 last night. Playing left field today, just like he has the first 2 games. This one a high pop-up into shallow center field. A few guys converging on it. It'll be Sackett running out to make the play, and he comes down with the catch. Nice running play there by Drew Sackett, but the Jackrabbits strike for 3 runs by way of 2 separate home runs. They lead 3-1. The Bison come to hit in the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to Bison Baseball.